Babar's Birthday Surprise. By Laurent de Brunhoff. The artist Babar was making a sculpture of Babar, the king of the elephants. Queen Celeste, cousin Arthur, and the old lady were amazed at how much the little statue looked like Babar. At the end of the session, Celeste spoke to Babar. "I want you to carve a whole mountain to look like Babar, as a birthday surprise," she said. "Can you do that?" The sculptor said yes. "It's a surprise," Celeste reminded him, "so you must keep the work secret." "I'll do my best," replied Babar, "but hiding a mountain won't be easy." With the help of Zephyr the monkey, Babar loaded his truck and headed out of town. They found a spot where the stone was good for carving and cut down some trees to make scaffolding. Two marabouts wanted to help. "I could use lookouts," said Babar. "We want this to be a surprise." But before the birds could even take to the air, Zephyr cried, "Babar is coming on his bicycle." Babar often took this road to go fishing. Fortunately, he was not looking around, and he seemed to notice nothing, but the marabouts could see how much Babar needed their help. They found a giraffe to work as a lookout too. Babar went to work carving Babar's crown. Then he started drilling the face. "Look out," cried the giraffe. "Someone's coming in a red car." Babar knew the red car belonged to cousin Arthur, and he wasn't worried. "Come watch as I work," Babar said to Arthur. "But don't get in the way and keep this a secret. It's supposed to be a surprise." The head of the statue was soon finished. Babar started to work on the body. The marabouts started squawking, "Someone else is coming." This time it was Babar's children, Pom, Flora, and Alexander. "You are welcome to watch," said Babar, "but don't tell anyone, because we want this to be a surprise." Soon Babar was working on the feet. He was almost finished with the statue. "Time for a picnic," cried the children. Back in Celesteville, everyone was working on Babar's birthday celebration. Poutiphar, the gardener, was growing flowers for the table. The cooks and the old lady were working on a cake. Celeste took Babar for a walk. She could tell something was on his mind. She wondered if he suspected anything, but he didn't. He was upset because he had lost his favorite pipe when he went fishing. Meanwhile, Cornelius rehearsed the band for their performance on the big day. Later on the mountain, the picnic was over and the children were playing when once again the marabouts and the giraffe gave the alarm. Babar was coming on his bicycle. He was looking for his pipe, he told the giraffe. Just then, Flora, hiding behind the bushes, happened to step on the pipe. The marabouts flew over and grabbed it. "Here is your pipe," said one of the marabouts, "but I'm afraid it's broken." "No matter," said Babar. "I can glue it together." And he headed back to Celesteville without noticing the sculpture. The children were so happy the surprise wasn't ruined that they jumped up and down on the scaffolding. "Stop that," said Babar. but it was too late. A board came loose and the whole scaffolding collapsed. Arthur sprained his trunk in the fall. Zephyr quickly drove the red car to Celesteville and brought back Dr. Capelose. Dr. Capelose bandaged Arthur's trunk and said the sprain wasn't serious. "But, Doctor, will you keep the work here secret?" asked Arthur. "It is supposed to be a surprise." "Of course," said the doctor. He then took them back to town. Now Podular had to figure out how to wrap the statue to keep it hidden until the right moment. The hardest job of all. He consulted the marabouts about what to do. The next day, a crowd came from Celesteville. Celeste had invited everyone to a concert at the foot of the mountain, with lunch to follow. Millions of birds covered the side of the mountain. "Are they here for the concert too?" Babar asked. "Yes," Celeste answered. "Everyone wants to celebrate your birthday." The band, led by Cornelius, struck up a fanfare. At this signal, the birds covering the mountain all flew away at the same time. The gigantic statue of Babar was revealed. Everyone was astonished, especially Babar. "This is the best birthday I've ever had," said Babar, "and what a surprise. Thank you all so much. I can only imagine how hard you've worked to arrange this. Thank you most of all, Podular." But Podular, tired from his labor, was already asleep.